My name is James Ellery, and I want to tell you a story. Someone once told me, a spark begins a story, a flame devours it. This is the story of that someone. May 14, Hallowed Haven Asylum. It was a stormy night, but I had to find out what happened to the brilliant playwright Ezekiel Crowsworth. Why the man who once, not too long ago, filled theaters with his intricate writing could now barely speak a word. Hallowed Haven wasn't imposing. It even seemed tucked away. A place that didn't want attention and usually didn't get any. Thunder rolled through every now and then, and when it faded, the silence that followed felt unusual. Not just silent, but empty. When I approached the receptionist, she silently handed me a sign-in sheet. After I returned it to her, she looked at me with a mix of annoyance and surprise.
Is this some kind of joke?
Before I could answer, she scoffed and moved along and motioned for me to follow her. A few out-of-place plants tried their best to mask how dead the place felt. It was a losing effort. The cold light spilling from the ward sliced through any chance the main hallway had of feeling welcoming.
I guess you're here to investigate, Mr. Crowsworth.
I wondered about her tone, but I didn't ask. A little bit rattled by what happened, I opened the door to Ezekiel's room. It was clear right away that getting any kind of information was a lost cause. When I left, I could still hear the typewriter, and I couldn't shake the feeling that the clacking of the keys were deliberate, like some kind of pattern. I told myself it was nothing, but it didn't feel like nothing. May 17, the Fail Theater. The nightmares are becoming more frequent. I can barely recall anything that happens in them, but there's always one thing that lingers. The smell of salt. Rounding the corner, the derelict theater appears. Small, but monumental in its own way. I stepped inside the lobby and let the damp air settle around me. Nothing moved, nothing welcomed me, nothing warned me off either. I continued down the corridor and let the dusk and dark fill in the gaps that Ezekiel could not. Shadows shifted along the walls and the light seemed to drift, though the stillness told me I was alone. You know that feeling, something reaching for you in the dark, and the only thought in your head is, get to the light, just get to the light and you'll be safe. I hadn't felt that way in a long time. Whatever hope I'd carried inside had bled out with every step. By the time I hit the street, I had nothing. Then it came to me. The photo pinned to the board behind Ezekiel's desk. The last vigil. A lighthouse. I couldn't explain the pool, only that it was there, certain and quiet, like something already decided. May 19, the Mistfall Hotel. When I woke up and read the headline of today's paper, my heart sank. But it was not the fire that shook me most. A couple lines in, they mentioned one of Ezekiel's favorite characters. A private investigator, James Ellery. I told myself it didn't mean anything, it was just a name, just a coincidence. But the rest of the article didn't read like that. It went on to say he kept returning to the same place over and over again. A lighthouse. I didn't remember deciding to go, but by nightfall, I was already on the road. I've always felt guided, as if there were a light ahead, showing me where to go. The lighthouse should have felt familiar, safe, but it did not. Then it hit me. There was no light coming from the tower, no beam cutting through the dark, no signal. It was something much darker, spilling into the sky like cold black ink. Not shining, but spreading, infecting. The light wasn't just gone, it had been replaced. And whatever had taken its place had led me here.